Hey, it's AP Experiment. Welcome back to Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. I said Siege Extraction, Jesus. Rainbow Six Extraction, I'm sorry. And I just really wanted to think and talk on something that's actually beginning to worry me. The last crisis was in November, and the crisis were consistently every 3 months. And we are in February now, which means basically we are at that 3-4 month-ish mark. So I am afraid, because if we do not get a crisis by, I believe it would be the 10th, because that's usually when they do these things, about the 9th or 10th of every 3 month mark. We might actually be a little on schedule to just not get a crisis. Like I'm so confused on why we don't have one yet. Like it's been every 3 months consistently. It's literally been every 3 months consistently. I don't know if it's like they're delaying it. There's no real word, at least not that I have seen, on whether or not they are going to be having one or what's going on. So I'm very confused, as literally this is something that we as the community have gotten used to. Literally every 3 months or so, getting used to the crisis events coming up. So I'm scared that this might mean that there's no support for the game, which I would pray to God that that's not the case, because literally I've been having such a good time on it. I've been seeing new players a lot. I've been seeing a lot of interaction inside of the Discord. I've been seeing a lot of interaction on the Reddit whenever I check it. I've been seeing lots of different little Twitter feeds and pictures, a lot of interaction on the Twitter page for the Rainbow Six Extraction, as I do keep an eye on that. And I literally have not seen anything hinting at the next crisis, anything talking about the next crisis. I haven't even seen the community talking about any leaks for the next crisis. And that really worries me. Obviously, we still have like the Ying, I believe Ying and Jackal leaks that were still unconfirmed from last year, like the middle of the year. But I'm really scared at this point, because literally we're at that point where it should be the next couple of days. It's like I think the 9th, 10th-ish, like literally today when I'm recording this video, February the 7th, I just went back and checked one of my last videos from the last crisis, and it was November 7th. So at that point, it's been 4 months, no crisis, and it makes me worried. Like there's no word on what they're going to be doing. There's no leaks. There's no data mining. Like I don't know if it's just okay, maybe they're taking their time and we'll get it sometime around Valentine's Day or something like that. But I've heard nothing. It's literally been pure radio silence, and that is truly, truly scaring the mess out of me, as I very much care about this game, and I very much would want to see this game prosper. Like I don't understand what the delay is for, if there is a delay, or if there is a delay and it's just something to do on the technical side. That's what I'm just hoping for. Maybe there's changes being made to the game, as I know that over the years they've altered Siege quite a bit as far as the game mechanics and some of the ways that different gun reticles look and things of that nature. So maybe they're doing it from that aspect. Maybe they're gearing up for something big as far as the cinematics and the event and the storytelling, because with each crisis they are telling a bit of a story here, and they're trying to piece the story together. And I'm not completely all in on the lore exactly, so I'm not exactly sure what the entire full spectrum of the story is. But I do know that literally the last one was just kind of like, the last one was a bit of a revelation type crisis, where holding I think they called it the Nexus. I can't remember the exact name of what they called the last object that you were kind of holding, that you kind of have to carry. But I would hope that that's not like it. I hope that that's not it, because it doesn't seem. Again, I've heard nothing, no leaks, no ideas, no concepts, other than the average ones that I've seen in the community. I've heard absolutely nothing on whether or not we are actually going to be getting the first of the Year 2 crisis. And again, it's been 4 months, so this is right about the timeline. And I do understand that they took time off for the holidays, as most development teams do. So maybe that's what causes delay. But again, as of today, February the 7th, when this video is being edited for being dropped on February the 8th, there is nothing. And that truly worries me. I pray that the development team is well, the game's process is going well, and that there is something coming to us, if not by the end of this month, next month, and maybe that be the next start of the cycles, where they get it onto schedule for, you know, every 3 months of a year. I do understand that the game came out January 21st of last year, so maybe they wanted to make it more even, where it really does come out every 3 months, so that we would get one in March, we would get one in June, we would get one in September, and then we would get one in December. Now, if that's the case, I'm all for it, because that would actually be very awesome, as my birthday does fall in December. So I feel like it would be kind of awesome to have an incursion every 3 months that way. And maybe that's the route they're going. But the fact that there's been low-key like radio silence and not really much being said. Again, I've been seeing the little maintenance updates and that nature. And every time I see one, I think that it's a crisis, but nothing so far. No new events. The assignments have been rotating as usual. The maelstroms have been rotating as usual. So there's no actual drop-off in anything that's been commonly happening in the game. But it's been 4 months. No discussions of the next crisis. No talk about it. Nothing even inside of the community, which is odd to me, because I'm so used to the community, you know, catching something early. But again, we have unconfirmed leaks from last year. But it's been AP Experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.
This could have gone a whole other way. We'll deal with it all the same.